Good morning. Welcome to Good Day LA at 8, the day after the Super Bowl.
Right.
Hopefully you're relaxing right now.
Yeah.
I'm Jen Lammers.
Hopefully you had a good one.
Yeah.
I'm Bob DeCastro. Here's a look at some of the stories we'll be covering this morning. We are following the latest in the Nancy Guthrie case. The Guthrie family faces a serious deadline today to pay millions of dollars for a ransom. We are live with the latest on the search for her. Mario.
The ongoing Kaiser Permanente nurses strike continues today, and they've got some support with thousands of pharmacy and lab technicians. We're live with how it could impact services just ahead.
Also, the Seahawks, yes, our Super Bowl champs this morning. We have all the best moments from the top plays to the halftime show. First, though, let's go over to Maria for a check on this forecast. It was beautiful over the weekend.
It was. I mean, yesterday, especially with temperatures really warming up into the 80s, it was well above average. It did feel like a summer day yesterday. Today, we're going to still be pretty warm, and then tomorrow, big changes. We've got some high mid-level clouds outside, but not rain-producing clouds. I think today, you definitely use it to, turn off the sprinkler, run around, do some errands, get your windshield wipers worked out, and make sure they're working, because beginning tomorrow, we are going to look for the first of a series of storms to bring us some rain. 59 in Burbank currently, same for Santa Monica, 58 in Santa Ana, 56 in Oxnard. It's 32 now finally in Big Bear, to that 63 in Palm Springs. They've been making snow because it's been cold enough up in our local mountains, but I think we may get some help from Mother Nature finally as we get into tomorrow and Wednesday. 60 degrees should be the high temperature in Big Bear today, 68 in the high desert to that 84 in Palm Springs and the lower desert areas. Downtown LA down a few degrees to about 80 today, 81 in the valleys and the Inland Empire with some partly sunny skies at around 72. Pretty nice still along our coastline. We do have some high surf. I'll go over that and the rest of the forecast in just a few minutes. But first, let's head up to Stu. He's over some breaking news in Winnetka right now. Stu, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, Maria. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, this is some serious news out here. Single vehicle into a tree. You can see the LA City Fire Department arriving out here on scene. Was a Tesla, was fully involved in fire when the fire department arrived here. Now, LA City Fire Department asked for 2 advanced life support ambulances to arrive out here. They understood there were 2 people inside that vehicle. Everybody got out of the vehicle, but it's not looking good for one of those people. Now, one person was taken away in an ambulance, and now they're asking for a 3rd ambulance to come out here, and that is for smoke inhalation is what they're saying, and minor cuts to their hands. That possibly somebody that was trying to help get some people out of that vehicle. That might be the person that you're seeing right there with some of the firefighters. Now, the 3rd person still out here on scene. I do not want to push in. LA City Fire paramedics working to revive that person, but at this point, not looking so good. Again, this is all happening on Nordhoff in the Winnetka area, right past Mason. Westbound lanes are going to be closed, and eastbound for that matter, as the fire department is here, and this may be a fatal accident. Again, try to avoid the area and just be safe out there, everybody. Let's keep those speeds down, especially on these windy roads. I'm Stu up at Sky Fox, sending it back to you all in the studio.
Okay, Stu, thank you. Now the search for a shooting suspect in East LA.
3 people were hit. 1 did not survive. Gigi Graciette joining us live at the scene with the very latest. Gigi.
Good morning, Bob and Jen. Good morning, everyone. San Carlos, just off of Cesar Chavez, does remain shut down for this investigation. LA County Sheriff's Department deputies still on the scene, as well as homicide detectives. Take a look. It was just before 6 o'clock last night when preliminary information indicated there was some type of a party going on. Then there was a fight that possibly involved neighbors. The fighting continued until someone or several people pulled out a gun or guns and began shooting. When paramedics and deputies arrived, they found 3 men had been shot. They were all taken to the hospital, where sadly one of them did die. The other 2 treated for their injuries, which are said to not be life-threatening. Now, as for a suspect, there's been absolutely no update from homicide detectives on this case, so we don't know if they've identified someone or not. Again, they're still here, even though the shooting happened just before 6 o'clock yesterday. Reporting live, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
All right, Gigi, thank you. Developing this morning, we're following this, a ransom. A ransom deadline looms in the search for Nancy Guthrie, the mother of Today Show co-host Savannah Guthrie.
Over a week has gone by and investigators still do not have any leads on a suspect. Caroline Elliott joins us live now from Tucson with more. Good morning.
Bob, Jen, good morning to the both of you. It's a quiet morning outside Nancy Guthrie's home, but still a pivotal day for this family. As you mentioned, we're now just 8 hours away from this ransom deadline, and that ransom note is asking for $6 million worth of Bitcoin by 5 p.m. local time. The family says they're willing to pay.
Beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace.
Today Show co-anchor Savannah Guthrie pleading for her mom's life after police say 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie was kidnapped from her home.
This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
It's now been 9 days since Nancy Guthrie's disappearance, and as far as we know, the family has not seen any evidence she's still alive.
This was certainly targeted, which is one of the initial questions everybody had.
Over the weekend, investigators continued searching Nancy Guthrie's home, and on Sunday seemed to focus on a manhole in the backyard. On Saturday night, police also returned back to Nancy's daughter, Annie's home. The latest from investigators Sunday is there still is no suspect or person of interest in this case.
I believe that at this point, what the FBI is focusing on quite heavily is tightening up the timeline.
The family and investigators are holding out faith, hoping the Bitcoin wallet included in the ransom note could offer some clues.
Once they take it off of Bitcoin onto another currency, it's at that very moment that even if it's on international territory, we'll still see it.
And that ransom note says if the family does not pay by 5 p.m. local time, then there will be more serious consequences. Jen, Bob.
It does seem like the Guthrie family is taking this ransom note seriously. It's still baffling to me, though, that this note was sent to local news stations in Tucson and then TMZ. So whoever sent this obviously wanted this whole thing to be as public as possible.
Yeah, Jen, and to that point, the Guthrie family in previous videos have said that they want direct contact with that alleged kidnapper. So they said that they really wanted to handle this directly. But to your point, yeah, we know that those alleged kidnappers instead sent that video, or that ransom note rather, to media outlets and TMZ. So unclear exactly what will happen moving forward. But we do know that the Guthrie family is asking for immediate contact.
Yeah, or even proof of life. A lot of activity there over the weekend. Are we seeing any more activity this morning? I know it's still early.
Yeah, Bob, like we said, it's been a pretty quiet morning here, not like we saw over the weekend. Really over the weekend, we saw investigators searching this house right here behind us, looking in manholes, not sure if that was a sewer drain or septic tank, but really a lot of activity here over the weekend. Today is a little more quiet, but as we mentioned earlier, later this afternoon is expected to be a very pivotal moment when that deadline approaches.
And police have said that they're not going to be offering any more press conferences unless some actual news happens. All right, Caroline, thank you.
Thank you, Caroline.
Meantime, back here at home, some news. The Kaiser Permanente strike has gotten bigger as pharmacy and lab workers join the walkout this time, protesting what labor unions call unfair labor practices.
Mario Ramirez is live at East Hollywood with the latest on that. Mario.
Yeah, that's right. This unfair labor practice strike continues. I would say anywhere between 100 to 200 employees here are on the picket lines, and you can see their signs here behind me. This is all part of a larger nurses strike that began January 26th. It now enters its third week. Registered nurses, physician assistants, and other healthcare workers walking off the job, and now with thousands more pharmacy and lab workers supporting. Take a listen.
It's about making sure that our patients are getting a better deal. That means increasing our staffing. That's one thing that Kaiser doesn't want to bargain on. Increasing, the ratios that we have. And we want to make sure that they're also not committing the UOPs that they've been committing.
Kaiser is supposed to adequately staff, so I can't really comment on that, but what I've heard is they're really short-staffed, and that's on Kaiser to on safety issues. And I have heard of things that are kind of going on that may not be safe.
Today, pharmacy and lab employees represented by the United Food and Commercial Workers Union, they are joining more than 30,000 healthcare professionals already on strike across Southern California. So we'll see picket lines at select Kaiser facilities with what the union is calling massive solidarity rallies planned in Hollywood, Panorama City, and Downey this week. And striking workers say they know patients are frustrated, and they insist this walkout is about improving care and safety in the long run. So Kaiser claiming that the union is intimidating workers. In a statement to Fox 11, they said in part, we're hearing from employees who are afraid to return to work as they're being threatened by their union with fines for coming back in to care for patients. Employees who want to return to care for patients should not face any level of intimidation from their unions. Now, back out here live, another look at the picketing. We can tell you that Kaiser says all emergency rooms, hospitals will remain open, though some pharmacies and labs may be closed. We're going to have more, including a 10 a.m. rally that is scheduled here at this facility. For now, that's the latest in Hollywood. I'm Mario Ramirez. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Mario, thank you. Still ahead, a surprise entry in the race for mayor of Los Angeles.
And health officials confirming another case of measles in Orange County. Will have the latest on where the patient visited. Our top stories this morning, LAPD is looking for a suspect in a triple shooting. 3 people were shot and 1 person has died in East LA last night. Video from the Citizens app shows police on the 4000 block of San Carlos Street after multiple 911 calls reported gunfire. Authorities have no suspect information and remain on scene investigating.
Street racing could be to blame for a serious crash in Boyle Heights early Sunday morning. It happened around 1 a.m. on North Meyer Street. This is near First Street by the LA River. Police say the woman was found unconscious and taken to the hospital in critical condition. 2 others were treated at the scene. The crash remains under investigation.
And Orange County health officials are reporting a second measles case tied to a January visitor at Disneyland. The person was at both parks on January 22nd, and officials warn anyone there could develop symptoms within 3 weeks. This is the 3rd case reported by Orange County so far this year.
Over the weekend, LA City Council member Nithya Raman officially filed paperwork to run for LA mayor. She entered the race just hours before the new deadline, launching a late challenge to incumbent Mayor Karen Bass. Raman joins a long list of candidates, including Ray Wong, Spencer Pratt, and Adam Miller. Last week, billionaire developer Rick Caruso announced he will not be running for mayor. We're hearing reaction on some of the issues residents want the next mayor to focus on.
It's really about the unhoused.
I really feel like right now the homeless, it needs to be addressed.
I'm going to keep an open mind this time around, and I'm ready. Whoever's going to bring LA up again, that's who I'm going to vote for.
Housing, homelessness, and public safety are expected to dominate the campaign as we head towards the June 2nd primary.
A distressing new report now about the cost of living in LA. Only 3 other American cities are seeing a faster rise in the cost of living: New York, San Diego, and San Francisco. California dominated the top 10. San Jose was number 8. The study analyzed data from the 30 most populous cities, looking at inflation, rent, monthly expenses, salaries, and even how often residents are searching cost of living online. It found a high percentage of Angelenos are spending $4,000 a month just to cover the basics.
All right, we still don't know when the Artemis 2 mission will launch to go around the moon. However, we now know the crew will get to take their smartphones with them. NASA officials just announced consumer electronics will now be allowed on missions. That's something that hasn't been done since the Apollo moon program. Crew 12 will also get to use phones when they go to the International Space Station. Of course, without cell towers in space, astronauts won't be able to call or text, but smartphones will replace GoPro and DSLR cameras to help the astronauts document their activities.
Wow. All right, now to the Super Bowl. Seahawks are the champs this morning, as you know, after beating the New England Patriots.
The Seattle defense dominant, carrying the night, forcing 3 turnovers against Drake May and the New England offense. The Seahawks dominate the Patriots 29-13 for their 2nd Super Bowl title franchise in history. Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and San Clemente High School quarterback, gets his first Super Bowl ring.
This group is why it's special. You know, the connection that all of us have as players, the love that we have for each other. You know, the players, the coaches, really everybody in the building, top down, from Jody all the way down. It's the love that we share, you know, throughout the building is special. And, you know, I've never been at a place like it.
They played better than us tonight. They deserve to win that game, and speaking for the whole team and myself, just what a journey it's been for us. I love this team, love those guys in that locker room, and I'm gonna leave it all on the field. And I know a lot of guys do that tonight, and just came up short, didn't play our best, and that's what happens.
Super Bowl 60 MVP went to running back Kenneth Walker. Also want to mention, by the way, next year's Super Bowl is happening at SoFi Stadium on Valentine's Day. Fellas, we're giving you a full year's heads up.
That's right.
To figure this out.
What if they took you to a nice Super Bowl party?
Yeah.
There's going to have to be some concessions here because
there would have to be, honestly.
There's a lot of chicks who love the Super Bowl. What are you talking about? That would be a great Valentine's Day.
That'd be a great Valentine's
Day.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to turn that down. Are you kidding me?
That would be so much fun. I didn't know it was here.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Or you could do your
got it going on.
Nice dinner on Saturday night, right?
You could do that. Yes, exactly. They do both.
Got to choose your fighter, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Hey, something to look forward to next year, that's for sure. We have this to look forward to, guys. Finally, a change in our weather pattern. I know, every single day since January 4th, I think, we have had dry conditions in downtown LA. So it's about time. We're watching this area of low pressure here in the Pacific. That's going to be changing our weather tomorrow. Late tomorrow into Wednesday, we've got widespread rain. We've got snow up in the Sierra Nevada. This is great news for the snowpack, which we do get a lot of our rain, our water rather, up from the Sierra snowpack. So this is great news. And then for us, some rain and even some mountain snow expected with this first of a series of storms that I'm watching. More rain and snow expected next week, as early as late Sunday into Monday, Tuesday of next week. And there's going to be another one behind that. So that's great. A little bit of a break, I think, between storms. So I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday for Valentine's Day this year looks pretty dry. And then we'll get that next system moving in on Sunday. In the meantime, today, 80 degrees for downtown LA. If you're headed north to San Francisco, 62, 74 to our south in San Diego. Here's our day planner for Anaheim out in Orange County. We've got some partly cloudy to partly sunny skies and then getting up to the upper 70s later this afternoon. Thousand Oaks, yeah, same, a mix of sunshine and some clouds, and then getting to around 76 at 12 and 1 p.m. And as we look at Big Bear, where they've been making lots of snow, which is great, I think we'll get some help from Mother Nature as we get into tomorrow and Wednesday. 57 degrees at around 12 and 1 p.m. And then at Laguna Beach, we've got a mix of sunshine and some clouds, and then more clouds as we get to the afternoon, getting to those low mid-60s. All right, don't go anywhere, because we are going to be right back after this quick break. I'll have the rest of the forecast in just a few moments.
We have some breaking news to tell you about right now. let's see. Nurses in 2 major hospital systems in New York City have reached a deal to end a nearly month-long strike. The tentative agreement was announced this morning. Nurses remain on strike at 1 other hospital. The walkout began January 12th, prompting the hospitals to scramble to hire temporary nurses to fill in during what was a demanding flu season. The union said members at the hospitals will vote on whether to ratify the contracts and return to work this week.
Maybe some of that goodwill will rub off.
Yeah, major news there.
Right? Team USA captured the gold medal in figure skating at the Winter Olympics. The team broke a tie with Japan by just 1 point to repeat as Olympic champions. Japan took silver, Italy took bronze. It's the 2nd gold medal for the U.S. Breezy Johnson took home the 1st in alpine skiing women's downhill.
Meantime, Lindsey Vohn's highly anticipated comeback ended in agony when she crashed just 13 seconds into the race. Take a look at the crowd's reaction. They all knew, right? It was a heartbreaking end to her Olympic career. Vohn lost control after her ski pole actually caught a gate. She took a very hard fall and had to be airlifted actually to the hospital where she had surgery, and we're told she's in stable condition. The 41-year-old ski legend had just returned to racing last season after nearly 6 years rather in retirement. She insisted on coming back. She said, "I'm ready."
Yeah.
She was excited. She had trained so long for this.
The fact that she came back at 41 years old.
That's right.
Just
in the first place is remarkable.
Yeah. People in Argentina float the idea that they can get a unique world record. Hundreds of people came to the shores of Mar Chiquita Lake on Sunday to attempt new Guinness World Record for the most people floating simultaneously. Ooh, okay.
I don't know. That visual.
That's a lot of bodies.
That's a lot.
The lake has hypersaline content, which makes it easier for the body to stay afloat. The current world record was set in 2017 when 1,941 people successfully formed a floating chain. It's not clear whether a new Guinness World Record has been set.
Wow. Okay, so it's National Pizza Day, everybody. We're going to tell you where you can score some major deals on Slice.
So All-Star Weekend, taking over the city. We'll show you where to eat like an MVP. 5:30.
Oh, what?
8:30.
What time zone are you living in
It was
right
a
now?
long Sunday. It was a late Sunday.
You made I panicked for a second. Hold on.
I know.
What?
I'm sweating. Anyway, welcome to your Monday.
Yes.
Maybe you're taking the day off. Day after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We don't blame you.
We don't blame you.
Yeah.
I'll admit.
Just look the other way.
I'll admit, after halftime, I changed the channel.
You did? You weren't the only one.
The game was just like, I couldn't do the game.
I heard it was kind of a
It's not like our team, really, so it was like...
Yeah.
Right.
Also, what happened to the Patriots?
Well, they
Remember
have a
they were
whole
a
new
legacy
team.
Tom Brady. That's what happened to the Patriots.
I mean, Belichick's not there. Tom Brady's not there.
He's young, this quarterback, 23 years old.
He's a kid.
He's a baby.
Gosh.
Yeah, but the quarterback for the Seahawks, I mean, what his story? The Vikings let him go, all these other teams let him go, and then look at him now.
Yeah.
I mean,
his exes are like, ooh, I want him back.
Yeah, now they do. Now they do. All right, I'm going to walk over to the green screen. You guys carry on. Let's talk about our weather because, wow, that was a winner. The weather won yesterday, definitely with that high of around 86 for downtown LA. Right now, it's about 60 degrees, kind of a mixture of some sun and some clouds, but temperatures, well, it's about time it's going to change. Not today so much, but tomorrow. Every single day this month has been above average, and today we're going to cool it down to around 80 degrees. That's still above normal, however. In terms of rain, we haven't gotten any measurable rain since January 4th, so it's about time, and I think we're going to get those chances for rain starting tomorrow into Wednesday with another opportunity Sunday into next week and even another one after that. You know, we have had a surplus of now over 6 inches, so it's about time we add a little bit more to the bucket. Around 80, like I said, that's above the average of 68. Our sun will set at 5:31 later this afternoon. These are the highs we're expecting today. So still pretty warm, pretty nice. 80 in Pasadena, Ontario, 82 in Corona, 81 in Riverside, 70s along our shores here in Long Beach, 77, 72 in Huntington Beach, 75 in Santa Monica, 72 in Oxnard. Up in Big Bear, 60 degrees today. They've been making lots of snow in the early morning hours because it's cold enough, but I think now we're going to get some help from Mother Nature, hopefully late tomorrow into Wednesday. I'll show you the 7-day forecast in just a couple minutes, but first, let's check in on traffic. We've got Samada back in the studio with a look at our freeways. Hey, Samada.
Good morning, Marie. Good morning, everyone. Yes, as Marie pointed out, a shift in our weather conditions, so make sure your vehicle is in tip-top shape. Get ready for rounds of rain. For right now, though, we do have this latest crash. It's going to be the westbound side of the 10 right there at 4th Street through the Ontario area. We're getting word up to 5 vehicles or perhaps even 6 vehicles involved in this accident, taking away the fast lane. It's also impacting your drive on the opposite direction. Here's a look at your real-time traffic. You go ahead and add 40 minutes your ride leaving downtown through Mid-City to get to Santa Monica. Not too bad your drive on this Monday morning. Northbound 110 from the 405 inbound, 24 minutes. Here's a live Caltrans camera look. Both directions of the 405. Northbound stretch looks good. Southbound side looks great as well through the Seal Beach area. Send back over to you two.
All right, Savannah, thank you. The Kaiser Permanente strike gets larger as pharmacy and lab workers join the picket lines.
Mario Ramirez is live in East Hollywood now with all the details. Good morning.
That's right. Good morning. The ongoing nurses strike entering its 3rd week, now getting support from thousands of additional workers, as you mentioned, pharmacy and lab techs. Now, you can see that crowd there, the picketing that we've been watching unfold here outside the Kaiser facility in Hollywood, one of several locations where we'll see this action today. As for disrupted services that could impact patients, striking workers had this to say.
For 23 years, and we've always done more with a lot less, and enough is enough. Patients' safety, patient health is being compromised.
It's definitely been scary, but I think we've been prepared for this moment, to protect our communities, to hold Kaiser accountable for safe staffing. They've sent, some messages out there to the communities that this is just about money, but it's not.
More than 3,000 pharmacy and lab workers with the United Food and Commercial Workers Union joining the walkout, adding to an ongoing strike by more than 30,000 nurses and other healthcare professionals. Now, Kaiser calls the strike unnecessary and disruptive, saying more than 1/3 of striking workers have already returned to the job, saying its current offer includes about a 30% total pay increase over the life of the contract, the largest in its bargaining history. But the unions, well, they're accusing Kaiser of failing to bargain in good faith, saying the strikes are necessary to protect workers and patient care. Coming back out here live, I would say anywhere between 100 and 200 striking workers are out here with signs. Kaiser says all hospitals and medical offices will remain open, but confirms pharmacies and other offices could be closed because of those additional thousands of workers that are joining the strike here along the picket lines. For now, that's the latest in Hollywood. I'm Mario Ramirez. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Mario, thank you. In other news, San Francisco schools will be closed today, not because of the Super Bowl. Teachers plan for a first day of a strike. This is the first San Francisco teacher strike in almost 50 years. Our sister station in the Bay Area has learned that later today at noon, the school district and the teachers union will go back to the bargaining table. Reportedly, they still disagree over demands over higher pay and better benefits, even after 8 hours of last-ditch meetings that were held over the weekend. At least one deal was made, programs for undocumented students.
We were able to make progress in a number of areas.
We need to be clear. The proposals the district came with to address special education, health care, and salary just didn't go far enough.
The teachers union wants fully funded health care and a 9 to 14% raise over the next 2 years. The district counter-offered Saturday night with a $24,000 health benefits allowance and a 6% raise, but with cuts elsewhere. The district says it's working with the community partners to provide child care and food during the strike. Virtual assignments were sent to students, but parents are hoping any strike is short-lived.
COVID, so we're going to have to pull together as a community and try to, and we're going to try to do the best that we can.
FUSD, San Francisco USD, is pushing back, saying they're in a structural deficit and remain under state oversight. The last time the San Francisco Unified School District teachers went on strike was back in 1979, and that lasted 7 weeks.
The Department of Justice is investigating Netflix over its bid to buy Warner Brothers. A Wall Street Journal report says that the DOJ is now looking at Netflix potentially becoming a monopoly if it acquires Warner Brothers. It's also reviewing Paramount's offer for potential anti-competitive tactics. Officials with Netflix say they believe the investigation is standard practice and they're cooperating with the department.
After years of legal challenges, a new Costco in Camarillo is finally moving forward. The gas station could open as early as April with a 160,000 square foot warehouse expected by the end of the year. Costco says the project is expected to hire around 900 workers. The site near the 101 freeway will feature a 32-pump gas station, a bakery, a pharmacy, an optical center, and a tire center. Dedicated EV charging and 900 parking spots are also in the works.
8:37. You know, everyone, of course, is talking about football today, but we want to shine a spotlight on a man with an incredible career in basketball, training dozens of NBA players and elite athletes.
Brooke Thomas joining us live in Glendale with his story. Good morning.
Hey there, from Super Bowl weekend right into All-Star weekend. We've gone from football and really bad bunny, right, to basketball. Come on in here. Let's talk about this. First of all, you have a really gorgeous gym, but it's not just that. It's what you do here, from little kids. You were talking to me about somebody who's been working out with you since they were 11, right, all the way to NBA All-Stars. Yeah. So tell me, just, the overview of what you do here.
So the first thing we do is, we get the kids, try to build them holistically. Yeah. We do it from the ground up. We put them, make sure they're getting the right training early, from the weight room, nutrition, basketball perspective, and even the mental approach. We do book clubs with all our kids. So the biggest thing is just try to give them an advantage while they're here with us and give them the proper tools to, not just in basketball, in life. So, basketball is just a microcosm of life. So we challenge them. We give them through the pro workouts early, the pro information early, and see how they evolve from there.
And it just is what it is. The NBA draft class, these most recent ones, they look different. They don't look like they did before. The game has completely changed, and I think, I don't know, all the NBA players have a podcast, or they have a podcast with another NBA, but I was watching one of them, or listening to one, and they were talking about the fact that it's, no longer like, oh, I just grew up playing basketball in the backyard with my friends. No, it's like, these guys train from a very young age, and it kind of has created this new barrier to get over. But, I mean, you've made it easy here.
Right. So the thing that we've done is we've opened up our gym starting at 8 a.m. now. A lot of kids are doing online schooling. So instead of being in class 8 to 10 hours a day, they're doing their meat and potatoes for 2. And so it opens up hours to come in a gym like this, work out with guys like you see behind us. The #1 freshman in the country is working out with a 12-year NBA guy. So we put them in that environment for them to learn and get the information early, and give them the best chance to succeed at this thing. Because the international game It's, you know, they do that overseas. They have academies, and these kids are recognized early, and they're not doing schooling all day. They do their meat and potatoes, they work out, and then they play against pros all day.
You said the #1 freshman in the country?
Yes.
Can we interrupt his training?
Yes.
His
Will.
art to come over here and talk to us real quick? Come on over here, Will.
Come on, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
How old are you?
15.
You're 15. Okay, what does basketball mean to you?
It means a lot.
Yeah.
It's really my only plan in life, for real.
Yeah, you're working hard at it, though. It's not like you're just saying, oh, this is a dream. You're working hard.
Yeah.
How do you like it coming to this gym? You feel like you've learned, your game has changed?
I feel like I got more physical. My body has changed.
Yeah.
My game and my mindset going into the game.
Yeah, that's awesome. The mindset, that's a big part of it, right?
Yes,
And
for sure.
push you to be like naturally athletic. Right. Yeah.
And he works at it. His mother and his father, they've done a really good job raising him from early, making sure he has the right mindset. He doesn't take this for granted. The kid is getting ready for the playoffs on Wednesday. He's leading his team playoffs, but he's here. Yesterday morning, he was here Sunday, which is an off day typically for high school guys, and he's there Monday morning before he goes to school.
I was going to say, yeah.
Very dedicated.
You got here early this morning, and you're about to change clothes and go to school. Yeah, that's wow. He's dedicated. That's what it takes these days. I'll send things back to you all in the studio.
Wow.
Dedication.
Yep.
Amazing stuff.
That will take him far, that's for sure. Brooke, thank you. Hello.
Football, basketball.
Yeah.
Right into halftime, baby. Entertainment is sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. The official Super Bowl halftime show felt cinematic and theatrical, almost giving In the Heights vibes. Did you guys see the musical In the Heights in the movie? I mean, cue the piraguas. That was the snow cone cart. Over. But of course, Bad Bunny got by with a little help from his famous friends, Ricky and Gaga.
Sounded good.
Sounded great.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga's song with Bruno Mars, Die With a Smile, was a top-played wedding song of 2025. It was also top of the charts on Billboard last year, so it was very appropriate for them to reveal Lady Gaga singing this song and then showing the couple that got married during this halftime performance. My only note would have been, how cool would it have been to have Bruno Mars with her?
Yeah, that's right.
Because it is
because that's their
duet.
song,
yeah,
right?
that's their song. The couple invited Bad Bunny to their wedding, and he said instead, how would you like to get married during the halftime show? He not only served as their witness, he signed their marriage certificate.
Oh, that's incredible.
That's crazy.
I know.
My only note was, why was there a second chair next to Ricky Martin? That bothered me.
You know what?
The
That chair
second
was
leg.
for us.
Things you notice.
The chair was for us, Jen. I don't know why.
The
I'm like,
things you
that should-
notice.
Just have one chair. Like,
The other chair was the audience. That was for all of us. Of course, Ricky sharing a sweet moment, though, with Bad Bunny behind the scenes that's going viral.
What? Boricua. Papi, esa bandera te doy demasiado de muy en alto. Estamos todos orgullosos.
That's amazing.
That was such a special
Wow, he's
moment
emotional.
because Ricky served as inspiration for Bad Bunny, you know, and Daddy Yankee also served as inspiration for Bad
it's a
Bunny.
trailblazer.
And it's trailblazer, and you're paying tribute to the Puerto Rican pioneers that came before you. Boricua, of course, means Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
So I thought that was such a special moment. I actually wore my Boricua bracelet.
Oh, yeah.
Today. Because at the end of the day, it was what you said earlier about uniting so many, but also like bringing together the people that helped get you to where you are today and provided that inspo. And so I thought it was really cool that he had Ricky Martin alongside him.
yeah, that gratitude that he has just came through.
Yeah.
The entire performance.
The gratitude, the cultural significance, the In the Heights. I was like, is Lin-Manuel Miranda going to pop out of this? Because
I thought for a
It
second.
was very cinematic.
It was cinematic.
Yeah.
And a shout out to the production crew, though. The edits, the cuts, everything was seamless.
So good.
Yeah.
He built
So-
an entire neighborhood.
Yeah.
On the field.
Yeah, the barber shop.
There was a lot going on.
Yes.
That's why I think it's being streamed over and over again, because like,
Yes.
even this morning I didn't realize like all the cameos that were there,
Yes.
except for the obvious ones, Lady Gaga and Ricky Martin. but
Yeah,
so, like,
Carol G, Jessica Alba,
G.
Pedro
Yeah, I was like,
Pascal.
what? I didn't see them.
And the dancing was so crisp.
Crisp. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, last hour we asked you, what was the best part of the Super Bowl? 60% of you say the Bad Bunny halftime show. In second place, the commercials. Did you guys have a favorite commercial?
Mine was the one with, why can't the Ben Stiller?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Benson
And,
Boone too.
Benson
Still a funny one.
I still laugh every time I even think about it. It's so funny. So good.
Stiller, that was my favorite too. They were kind
It's a
of
good
mid.
one.
overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's send it over to Samada. Hello.
Hello. Good daily traffic brought to you by Jacob and Ronnie, called jacob.com. We unfortunately do have this collision that we're going to bring to your attention. We're going to take you out to the Ontario area. Westbound side of the 10 at 4th Street. 6 vehicles collided here. Emergency crews are on scene, but they are working really hard to clear it. And a lot of residual slowing. I'll show you that momentarily. In the meantime, 39 minutes leaving downtown LA to get to the west side. 42 minutes northbound 110 from 405. And here is the backup. If you can avoid that stretch, do it. But again, they are working really hard to clear the lanes so that way traffic can flow once again. Here's a look at some other traffic hotspots.
I looked up and just ran.
Maybe we need to seek somebody who does have the expertise to be able to guide us through the process.
If you're getting to an accident,
you're in good hands by dealing with Jacob and Ron.
Call Jacob.
And welcome back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. This weather is sponsored by the law offices of Larry H. Parker. What a gorgeous view right now. Here's a look outside with our Santa Monica camera. Still dry today, one more day, and then we have some changes. Yes, finally the weather pattern is changing. We're going to get winter back. We've got an area of low pressure in the Pacific. This is what's going to be moving in starting tomorrow, late tomorrow into Wednesday. Some light to moderate rain mostly, and occasionally some heavy stuff, but we are expecting more rain and snow as we get through tomorrow and Wednesday into next week, Sunday and Monday, and then another storm behind that. So it's exciting. If you're headed to the beach today, Ventura County 4 to 7 feet, LA County beaches 3 to 6 feet, Orange County 2 to 4 feet, plus maybe in San Diego, those high surf advisory still in effect for portions of Ventura County. So watch the strong rip currents in the water, please. Here's our 7-day forecast. 72 at the coast with partly to mostly cloudy conditions, and then we've got the clouds really increasing tomorrow with that chance for rain tomorrow night into Wednesday. Another opportunity on Sunday into next week. We've got a pretty dry Valentine's Day coming up on Saturday. 80 for downtown LA today. Look at the temperatures drop to the low 60s by Wednesday with that chance for rain, and then it looks like next week Sunday to Monday. And then valleys, Inland Empire, low 80s today with some sunshine, which is nice. Use today to turn off those sprinklers. Get ready for the rain tomorrow into Wednesday. Up into the mountains eventually in Big Bear around 60 degrees, down to just the 40s on Wednesday with a chance for a little bit of snow about 5,500 feet. 68 in the high desert today with Palm Springs coming in on the warmer end. 84 degrees, and even there, 20% chance for some light showers possible by Wednesday and also into next week. I'll send it back to you.
The NBA All-Star Game is happening this weekend in Inglewood, and the excitement goes beyond the court.
That's right. We had to find out where are some of the best food spots to check out this All-Star week before the big game. We asked an MVP for a tour.
For an all-star culinary experience.
Hey, nice to meet you. Pleasure to meet you.
Thanks for taking us on the tour.
No problem, boss. Happy to be here.
We turn to Tay's Food Tour. The social media star introduces us to his favorite spots in Inglewood. You're coming from out of town. This place, you say, is
one of the
slam dunk.
Slam dunk.
Why?
This is a home run. This is the spot.
This is the spot.
It's family owned. You know, the community, local, family, small business. You got to support that.
Yeah.
And then they got the food. They got the flavor. They got exactly what you're looking for.
Okay, let's go check it out.
Do it.
Let's do it. We begin with the Toast and Jam, a mother-daughter team serving American classics with a southern twist. The locals come for the catfish.
Yeah, hit it with a little bit of that hot sauce and you can't go wrong. Just a little dab of hot sauce on there.
A little dab?
Yeah, just a little dab. Oh. You want the whole bottle.
That's all right.
I'll go in with you. Ready? Cheers. Mmm. Oh, yeah. I think they knew you were coming. It's even better than the last time I had it.
What is it? What is it? It's the seasonings. It's the right seasonings. The crunch on the outside.
Crispiness. It's that
crispiness.
Crunch.
That's perfect.
You can't get any better than that.
No, man. That's
when you get down into that seasoning, you can't get any better.
And savory waffles.
You just need a little bit of syrup.
Okay.
That's all you need. Some people go butter and syrup. I just like straight syrup.
Just grab that.
Straight in with our hands.
Nice and
no utensils. Real savage, like.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm talking about?
Again.
A little crisp on the
crisp on the outside.
Yeah. And then a little softness in the inside, real pillowy.
Yeah. Some good batter, huh?
Woo. This is that spot.
This is the spot.
I told you. This is that spot.
And then this combo, too, just with a little bit of heat, with the sweetness. Next, we bounce over to Steaks LA, a neighborhood butcher shop that opens a hibachi grill on the weekends.
People in the community live right there, didn't know they did that until I went, and that hibachi is the one. They have some top chefs in there, and it's crazy because it's not a restaurant. They just do it right out on the patio on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it's delicious.
What's the different combos that they can have in your hibachi?
You can do everything. You can do chicken, you can do filet mignon, shrimp, lobster, they got it all.
And if you don't have a ticket to the game, Tay says head to the Wood Urban Kitchen. It's a sports lounge, also known for its tender slabs of barbecue.
Those ribs, you can get some good brisket in there, just about everything. Literally everything is good. You can't go wrong.
Okay. All right, so check him out. It's at Tay's Food Tour. He's so passionate about it.
Yeah, I love his descriptors too. A pillowy waffle.
Yeah, he's just so. I was like, what if you don't like it? And he's like, you know, not everything's for everyone, but if I really like it, I'm not going to put anything on that I don't like. So I truly love all the food that I put on his I
like the authenticity.
Yeah.
Okay, so take a look at your surroundings at work today. Are things looking a little more empty than usual? Well, after Super Bowl Sunday comes Miss Work Monday. According to a company researching post-Super Bowl work attendance, more than 26 million people could miss work today. So just make sure you're covered. About half of them will use a pre-approved day off, but more than 3 million workers are expected to just call in sick. Surprise, surprise. Think that's bad? Well, more than 1.5 million employees are expected to just ghost their jobs altogether. No notice needed. So not even call in sick. They're just going to not show up.
What?
Should Monday after Super Bowl be an American holiday? That is the annual question. I don't know why it's not already.
Or why they didn't move Super Bowl to Saturday, but I think it's just a tradition. Yeah, but if you call out sick the Monday after the Super Bowl, that's bold.
It is. It's also obvious. There is no sick after the Super Bowl.
Happening today, grab a slice of your favorite pie because it's National Pizza Day. Many pizzerias offering major deals. Pizza Hut offering its 16-inch Big New Yorker pizza for just $10. That price sticks around even after the celebration ends. Domino's rolling out multiple specials, including their mix and match deal where you can pick 2 or more items for $6.99 each, plus a combo meal packed with pizzas and bread bites. At CPK, reward members can grab select pizzas for just $5 when dining in or ordering out.
Oh, yeah. So, okay, our friends at Prime Pizza didn't want us to feel left out on National Pizza Day. Thank you, Prime Pizza. The New York-style pizzeria dropped off a couple of pies for us.
This is interesting. This is New York style, but it almost seems like a Detroit style with the crust.
I know. I know. I like it. Is it Sicilian style? Yeah, that's right. So Prime is now open in Brea. They're celebrating their newest location with a family fun grand opening event on the 21st. So check them out at primepizza.com. I love how Saul gave us a fork and a knife, like we were going to be delicate about this. Oh, yeah.
Happy Pizza Day.
That's the stuff. Happy Pizza Day to all who celebrate. It should have been yesterday, though, right? Because hello, Super Bowl.
Every day is Pizza Day.
Please don't. Please don't. Roxia.
Slice. I had the spicy pepperoni.
Yeah.
So good. Thank you.
This is really good.
Good stuff. All right. Comedian Bert Kreischer is back in studio this morning. He is talking about his new Netflix series. And I know what you're thinking. Will he take his shirt off? Well, you're going to have to stick around to find out. Also, a freebie for those needing a pickup on this day after the Super Bowl. We've got the details. See you right after this.
Good morning and welcome to it. I know, a little extra tired this morning.
A little bit.
Sure, yeah. I'm Roxy Caravadian. Thanks for being here.
And I'm Jen Lombers in this morning for Sandra. Let's take a look at today's headlines.
A murder investigation underway in East LA after 3 men are shot at a party. What we're learning at this hour.
Plus, thousands of pharmacy and lab workers are joining the Kaiser strike. What's happening on the picket lines today?
And of course, like we said, the day after the Super Bowl, and there's so much to talk about, right? We got the game, the halftime show, all the surprises and local mentions in between. We'll catch you up to speed. First, though, let's talk weather, and it was a gorgeous weekend.
It was. Yesterday was perfect. I think the weather was the one that won most definitely yesterday with temperatures in the 80s. We had a lot of sunshine. Today, we're going to change things up a little bit. We're going to look for some mid-high level clouds. We're definitely going to change the weather pattern. Finally, we talked about this last week, but we are going to look for more wintry weather to come back. Not so much today, but tomorrow for sure. Right now, we're looking at temperatures mostly in the 60s, 61 in Oxnard, 66 in Santa Monica, 64 in Pasadena, 61 in San Bernardino, 39 in Big Bear now to that 70 degrees in Palm Springs. High temperatures today will range anywhere from around 60 eventually in Big Bear to that 84 in the low desert in Palm Springs, 68 in the high desert areas. Downtown LA will be down a few degrees from yesterday to around 80, but that's still above normal. 81 for the valleys and the Inland Empire to around 72 at the coast. I'll talk more about the coming storms because there's more than one coming up. My complete forecast. In the meantime, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. Now to that search for a shooting suspect in East LA.
Yeah, 3 people were hit and 1 did not survive. Gigi Graciette joins us now live with more on the investigation. Good morning.
Jen and Araxia, good morning. Good morning, everyone. We're on San Carlos, just off of Cesar Chavez, where L.A. County Sheriff's Department deputies and homicide detectives, along with crime scene analysts, remain on the scene this morning, documenting the site of the shooting in what appears to have been a very chaotic scene last night. Take a look at the video, the shooting happening just before 6 p.m. According to preliminary information from last night, there was a house party going on, possibly even a Super Bowl party, when people got into an argument, possibly with neighbors. There was a lot of fighting, the fighting coming to an end when someone pulled out a gun and began shooting. When paramedics and deputies arrived, they found 3 men down, all of them taken to the hospital, where sadly one of them did die. The other 2, at last check, were still hospitalized, being treated for their injuries, but they are expected to survive. As for a suspect, well, there's been absolutely no updates from the Sheriff's Department, but again, their homicide detectives remain here on the scene, and part of San Carlos is still shut down for this investigation. Reporting live in East LA, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
All right, Gigi, thank you. So the Kaiser Permanente strike gets bigger as pharmacy and lab workers this time are joining the walkout, protesting what labor unions call unfair labor practices.
Mario is live in East Hollywood with the latest. Hi, Mario. Loud where you are.
Hi, that's right. This unfair labor practice strike has gotten bigger and louder. You can see the group gathered here just out front of the Hollywood Kaiser Permanente facility. This is all part of a larger nurses strike that began January 26th, now entering its 3rd week, and now thousands more pharmacy and lab workers are supporting on the picket lines. Take a listen.
It's about making sure that our patients are getting a better deal. That means increasing our staffing. That's one of the things that Kaiser doesn't want to bargain on. Increasing, the ratios that we have. And we want to make sure that they're also not committing the ULPs that they've been committing.
Kaiser is supposed to adequately staff, so I can't really comment on that, but what I've heard is they're really short-staffed, and that's on Kaiser on safety issues. And I have heard of things that are kind of going on that may not be safe.
Starting today, pharmacy and lab employees represented by the United Food and Commercial Workers Union are joining more than 30,000 healthcare professionals already on strike across Southern California. Picket lines will go up at several Kaiser facilities with what the union is calling massive solidarity rallies planned in Hollywood, Panorama City, and Downey this week. And striking workers say they know patients are frustrated and insist this walkout is about improving care and safety in the long run. So we know Kaiser says employees from other regions have stepped in to keep operations running. Hospitals, ERs, and medical offices remain open, though some pharmacies and labs may be closed today. Kaiser also claiming the union is intimidating workers. Take a look at this statement released to Fox 11. It says in part, we're hearing from employees who are afraid to return to work as they're being threatened by their union with fines for coming back in to care for patients. Employees who want to return to care for patients should not face any level of intimidation from their unions, end quote. Now, I talked to union leaders about those claims, and they say that's just not true. For now, the picketing continues. Again, pharmacy and lab workers joining the strike. There's a massive rally planned here outside this facility at 10 o'clock. For now, live in Hollywood, I'm Mario Ramirez. We'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, so loud we're here.
I know, yeah.
Okay, new this morning, Ghislaine Maxwell, the former associate of Jeffrey Epstein, went before a House committee. She declined to answer any questions related to Jeffrey Epstein. Instead, she pled the Fifth Amendment to avoid self-incrimination. Maxwell is currently less than 4 years into a 20-year prison sentence for her role in sex trafficking victims for Epstein. The Oversight Committee also scheduled depositions later this morning for former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. And this comes as the Department of Justice will allow members of Congress to review unredacted files on the convicted sex offender. Only today, they will be able to review the files on computers at the Department of Justice, and they are not allowed to make copies, but they can take notes. Epstein faced charges for sexually abusing and trafficking dozens of underage girls. He was found dead in his New York cell, and his death was ultimately ruled a suicide.
And millions of documents in that file release there. So this morning, lawmakers in Congress get back to work this week facing a tough deadline. There's not much optimism to keep funding the Department of Homeland Security before the allocated money runs out after Friday. So Democrats are demanding changes, as you know, to ICE and Border Patrol before they'll support any spending plan for DHS. They also want ICE agents to not wear masks and for agents to get legal warrants from a judge. Some Republicans have demands, too. No more sanctuary cities and complete cooperation between local governments and federal officials. The One Big Beautiful Bill funds ICE through 2029. But a DHS shutdown means TSA employees would not get paid. It also interrupts FEMA recovery efforts.
All right, now let's talk Super Bowl. The Seahawks are the champs this morning after beating the New England Patriots. That much you know, I'm sure. The Seattle defense dominated and carried the night, forcing 3 turnovers against Drake May and the New England offense. The Seahawks toppled the Patriots. The score 29-13 for their second Super Bowl title in franchise history. Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and San Clemente High School quarterback, gets his first Super Bowl ring. Also, next year, you got to remember, it's going to be exciting because we got the Super Bowl here at SoFi Stadium on Valentine's Day. So I don't know how exciting that is for some people, but there you have it. Valentine's Day
Choose wisely.
next year. Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be a choice. Okay, so you might have seen Bad Bunny's halftime show, but did you know there was a different show happening? Turning Point USA put on the All-American halftime show in response to the NFL's choice to put Bad Bunny as the headliner. Bad Bunny is a critic of President Trump's immigration policies. The All-American halftime show featured Kid Rock, Brantley Gilbert, Lee Brice, Gabby Barrett. The YouTube live stream reached more than 5 million live views during that performance. All right, 9:08 coming up. Amanda is going to be joining us in a few minutes with highlights from Bad Bunny's performance.
Oh, yeah. And first, though, we got to check on the roads out there. Hey, is it a little bit lighter?
I think it is. I think it is. I think there are more people who definitely decided to call in sick today. Rightfully so. Good for you. All right, let's talk about our traffic. Good Day LA Traffic is sponsored by DTLA Law Group Accident and Injury Attorneys. We're looking at some slowing here, though. This is where the workers are at. Yeah, this is the 15 southbound at Harupa, and it's definitely a little bit slower there. As we take a look at some of the drive times, it's not too bad, actually, at this hour. On that West 10 between the 5 to the 405 headed to Santa Monica, about 38 minutes. Northbound 110 between the 405 to the 10, 43 minutes. And on that West 60, pretty good between the 57 to the 5, 33 minutes there. Here's a look at some of the other traffic hotspots.
This broadcast is locally sponsored by DTLA Law Group, Auto Accident and Injury Attorneys. Have an injury? Text Injury Help to 40222 or visit us online at calldowntown.com. Message and data rates and usage may apply.
And welcome back to you, meteorologist Marie Quaban. This weather is brought to you by Pechanga Resort Casinos. We've got an area of high pressure, but it is weakening. Yes, starting tomorrow, we're going to change up our weather pattern finally. We've got a chance for rain coming back in the forecast, and it's this area of low pressure in the Pacific that we're watching that's going to bring us not just the clouds and cooler temperatures tomorrow, but light to moderate rain spread out across SoCal. We've got some snow in the Sierra Nevada as well, which is great news for our snowpack. This low will move off by Wednesday, and then we'll get a little break, I think, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, Valentine's Day, before the next system moves in. That next one's going to be a little bit colder, and that will bring us more rain Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of next week, the potential for more rain and also lowering snow levels. 80 degrees expected today for downtown LA, 74 in San Diego. Here's our temperature trend. As you can see, we're going to take a dive from 80 degrees today in Ontario down to just the 60s, even only 61 on Wednesday, with the bulk of that rain coming in tomorrow night into early Wednesday. A little bit of a break, as you can see, towards the end of the week, and then by Sunday, another opportunity for rain with temperatures also getting really pretty chilly. Anaheim, we've got some sunshine early in the day, and then we've got the clouds really increasing later today, and a high near 80 degrees. Thousand Oaks getting up to around 76 at 1 p.m., and then cooling off to the low 70s at 3 o'clock with those increasing clouds. All right, I'll talk more about the storms coming in just a few minutes. In the meantime, I'll send it back to you.
Maria, thank you. During Black History Month, we're highlighting organizations making a lasting impact on our communities. I checked back in with one group's founder to see how their mission has expanded over the years. It's Bigger Than Us started during the pandemic, but today it's become a lifeline for families impacted by recent fires.
How was your weekend?
It was lovely.
For many families impacted by the Altadena and Pacific Palisades fires, recovery continues. A year later, many are still searching for food, clothing, and a sense of stability.
Come on, come to the back of house. Let me show you the magic.
Inside Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Plaza, It's Bigger Than Us has quietly become a lifeline, transforming a storefront into a place of relief, dignity, and community.
We were able to get in touch with international and national partners and brands, and they jumped in on the mission and say, how can we support the people that are impacted?
Families impacted by the fires come here by appointment.
You have to make sure your verifications are up to date. Meet with a case manager. You get a paper about what you can shop and how often you can come, and then you check out, and you also get a gift card for $50.
For someone like Kevin Chavez, who lost his home in Altadena, this place fills critical gaps.
I lost my job and it's been really hard.
What are some things that you picked up today?
Cans of tuna, pasta and pasta sauce. That'll feed my 4 kids.
But fire recovery looks different for everyone.
They think we're rich, so we don't need help.
Including longtime Pacific Palisades residents who say assumptions often get in the way of support.
What I find in the Palisades is that a lot of people are still in shock and not moving forward yet.
The organization's work is deeply personal.
All of the staff that run and operate the IB2 disaster relief are fire impacted themselves.
Thomas Andrews' home in Altadena didn't burn down, but it's inhabitable.
Full of smoke and soot, lead. And once we do finish, we still don't know if it's okay to move back.
Thomas was a shopper here himself before he started working here.
What does just even the name It's Bigger Than Us mean to you?
That is not about yourself, you know, it's about community. Reached out and helping, and helping those in a time of need. Just because people think you live in a certain area, you know, but we're all in the same boat.
From the beginning, Tyrone says the mission has always been about people.
Now individuals like ourselves are stepping up and saying, hey, where can I volunteer my time? Where can I donate the resources? And so if I can inspire and generate hope in that way, then job well done.
Job well done indeed. And coming up, a couple events to let you know about. February 21st, It's Bigger Than Us will host a community gathering, bringing families together impacted both by the Eaton and Pacific Palisades fires. They'll do some listening sessions and some next steps planning. And then come August, the organization will hold its 7th annual Back to School Festival, giving out more than 1,500 backpacks with events planned both in South LA and on the West Side. And I think for me, just the name says so much. It's bigger than us.
Yep,
really,
that's right.
That's exactly what it is. Anything is bigger than us. It's about the community.
That's right.
So
that's a great story.
Thanks.
You know, full kindness on display there.
Yeah, great job, Tyrone and the entire team. All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll come back and talk, Super Bowl. We have to talk about that halftime show.
That's right.
Oh my goodness. Did anyone get any sleep last night?
Barely.
Caffeine and cafecito today,
That's
right? Okay, entertainment is sponsored by Mayoral Resort and Casino. Did you guys catch that football game that was during the Bad Bunny concert?
That's right. The concert.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Well, yesterday, people all across the country and, of course, all across SoCal were dancing in their living rooms, bars, and backyards, enjoying the sounds of Puerto Rico. When I saw Lady Gaga.
Me too. I did a double take. I was like, wait.
But now it makes sense because when she came up to him during the Grammys and said hello to him during the commercial break, you know, I'm like, oh, maybe they were like, hey, see you at rehearsal this week. This was so exciting to see Lady Gaga and Ricky Martin as the special guests for Bad Bunny's halftime show. Also, it was so special seeing the way that the production value all came to be.
It was so good.
The set, the piraguas, the barbershop, the bodegas.
People dressed up as bushes.
People dressed up as bushes. The casita there, you have Alex Earl, you have Cardi B, Jessica Alba, Carol G, Pedro Pascal.
That's right.
That's quite the VIP.
Yeah.
Now, I know John Hamm attended the Super Bowl, and people were wondering if he would be in the casita. He was on the sidelines watching, because when he did go to Puerto Rico to see the show, they called him Juan Jamon.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Because he had his own dance moves, and it went viral. But, of course, you noticed all the people dressed as stalks of sugarcane.
Yeah.
They made up the perimeter of Bad Bunny's set.
I mean, how else are they going to get it done, right?
Right? And they were real people.
They were real people.
Pretty amazing.
They highlighted Puerto Rico's centuries-long history. See, a lot of his show was historical references as well.
A lot
as
of symbolism, yeah.
Very much so. So back in the 1500s, Spain brought the crop to the island and set up massive plantations that were worked by slaves. Eventually, the U.S. took the island and set up its own sugar colony, with mainland corporations controlling a significant share of production and profits. But despite the struggles people faced, Puerto Ricans found ways to be happy through music, food, art, and an extensive celebration of culture. And during Bad Bunny's performance, dancing through the sugarcane, he alluded to the joy overpowering the oppression that a lot of Puerto Ricans have historically faced. The power lines, too. Did you notice the power lines?
The power lines? He climbed up on the power.
But also symbolism for when Puerto Rico was without power.
That's right.
For so long.
I love the storytelling aspect of it.
Yeah.
Because
just as you move through.
Everything had a meaning and a purpose. It wasn't just random stuff. Like, everything had a reason for it. So it's a true, true way of storytelling. Also, I have to say, the production value, there was a moment where I was like, wait, is this live? Is this happening? Because it looked like a produced video movie. Like, that's what it looked like.
95% of this was live. When he fell through the roof, that part, of course, was recorded. But then when he came out, it picked back up being live again.
Just so slick.
Really well produced. But it was the same as the Taylor Swift concert when she dove in and it looked like she was swimming. That was beautiful.
I also love how everyone was dressed differently. I mean, not for the wedding, because everyone's in white. But I mean, all the dancers were dressed differently, and everyone was just so in sync.
Yeah.
It was so good.
How many people were involved?
Oh, my gosh.
I mean,
hundreds.
Yeah.
The backup dancers, the rehearsal time. I mean, if you didn't get a chance over last summer to see his residency in Puerto Rico, he for sure gave you a taste of it yesterday during the halftime show.
It was just joyful and celebratory and unifying.
Unifying at the end with all the Latin flags. I mean, he's the first Latin artist that's Spanish-speaking to perform for the halftime show, and him handing the Grammy to younger Benito, showing that
symbolism again.
Symbolism. If you can see it, you can be it. This part, super powerful. The football, when he reveals it, it says, "Together we are America."
And the sign behind him, the only thing more powerful than hate is love.
Also, the Puerto Rican flag and the American flag side by side to remind people still that need reminders that Puerto Ricans are Americans.
Yep.
It's just, you know, it was an American halftime show because Puerto Ricans are Americans.
Yep.
Really awesome. Good stuff.
Well, we got our poll question and we asked you, what was the best part of the Super Bowl? And you said, aha, Bad Bunny's halftime show. Now, here's the big question. Who will follow that next year?
Yeah.
Did you see how Chris Brown put out a little thing saying, "Nah, it should be me"?
Not now, Chris Brown.
That's hilarious.
Let it breathe, Chris Brown.
Give it a day.
Okay?
Give it a day.
A lot of pressure.
It's got, I'm gonna say a name.
Okay.
I want to say, because he has a big concert, it might be Harry Styles.
Ooh.
If I had to just throw a name out there, you need
I'll take Harry Styles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I just need that production.
But just letting everyone know now, Harry Styles is from the UK, in case anyone needs that reminder.
In case anybody needs a reminder.
And a reminder that it will be on Valentine's Day at SoFi
Stadium. Next year.
There you go. All right.
Back.
But he's pretty big. He's, you know, he's a big artist. So you got to have a big one for Valentine's Day and in LA.
That's true. You got to blend or it could be an R&B. Please tell me it's going to be an R&B.
I would love that again too.
Yeah.
The best of LA.
Like 90s R&B. Can we bring that back?
Oh my God.
Oh wow. Now you're getting fancy.
Oh my life.
We'll be right back. Good morning and welcome to it. 9:30 on this Monday. I'm Roxy Carpadian.
And I'm Jen Lombers. And this morning for Sandra, let's take a look at your Monday morning headlines. So time is ticking down until a potentially grave deadline today. How much ransom money the Guthrie family allegedly has to pay in order to reunite Nancy Guthrie with her loved ones.
Plus a last-minute shakeup in the LA mayor's race. City council member Nithya Raman is now in the running.
And despite promoting themes of unity, President Trump was not amused by Bad Bunny's halftime show. We're going to tell you what he said about the Super Bowl performance. But first, let's get to Maria. Check out our forecast.
Yeah, let's talk about the changes that's coming for us. We talked about this last week, and finally, our weather pattern will be changing as we get into tomorrow. But today, one more day of some warmer temperatures, and then winter will return tomorrow. We've got rain and even some mountain snow in the forecast starting as early as late tomorrow into Wednesday. And that's not the only storm system. There's another one behind that, hoping to bring us more rain on Sunday into the better part of next week. And it's time. It's time that we get a change. Every single day this month, we have had an above average high temperature. It's been dry. It's been dry since January 4th, actually. So it's time for a change. Today, we're going to start to bring those temperatures down to around 80 degrees, which is still above normal, by the way. Our sunset time at 5:31, and highs today will range from 82 in Corona, 81 in Woodland Hills. You can use today to turn off those sprinklers, run around, get those errands done. 80 in Ontario, 60 in Big Bear, to that 84 in Palm Springs. I'll show you that 70 forecast coming out in just a bit. Back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you so much. Time running out in the search for Nancy Guthrie. A ransom deadline is set for today at 5 p.m.
It's now been 9 days since the mother of Today's Show host Savannah Guthrie was last seen. And as far as we know, the family has no evidence that Nancy is alive. Over the weekend, investigators continued searching Nancy Guthrie's home, and on Sunday seemed to focus on a manhole in the backyard as well as a septic tank on the property. On Saturday night, police also returned back to Nancy's daughter Annie's home. According to some reports, the potential kidnappers are demanding $6 million in Bitcoin money for Nancy Guthrie's return. Savannah and her siblings released another video on social media saying they were ready to pay.
We received your message, and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
Authorities have growing concerns about Nancy Guthrie's health because she does need daily medication. She has a pacemaker and has dealt with high blood pressure and heart issues.
U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi announcing a key leader in the deadly 2012 terrorist attack at a U.S. compound in Benghazi is now in custody. Zubair al-Baghoush is accused of being one of the leaders of the attack 14 years ago that killed 4 Americans. A federal indictment says he and others stormed the diplomatic complex in Benghazi, Libya, and set it on fire. He is facing several charges related to murder, terrorism, and arson. He is due in court this week for a detention hearing.
President Trump says don't expect an apology for a controversial social media post depicting former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama as apes.
I mean, I look at a lot of thousands of things, I looked at the beginning of it, it was fine. They had that one post, and I guess it was a takeoff. By the way, a lot of people covered, if you look at where it came from, I guess it was a takeoff on the Lion King. And certainly it was a very strong post in terms of voter fraud. Nobody knew that was at the end. If they would have looked, they would have seen it. And probably they would have had the sense to take it down.
The post garnered widespread criticism on both sides of the aisle, condemning the post as racist. The roughly minute-long video focused on false election fraud claims about the 2020 presidential election, but at the end flashed to a clip of the Obama's faces superimposed on the heads of cartoon apes. Following the backlash, the White House removed the post Friday afternoon, with a White House official claiming later on that day that a staffer erroneously made the post.
Opening statements are underway in an L.A. courtroom as the jury hears arguments that social media giants design their platforms to keep kids hooked, even at the expense of their mental health. The case targets Meta and Google, focusing on apps like Instagram and YouTube Shorts. Plaintiffs argue features like infinite scrolling, autoplay videos, constant notifications drive compulsive use and contribute to mental health problems for kids and teens. The companies deny the claim, saying there's no proven link, and pointing to safety tools and parental controls that they say are already in place. The trial is expected to last several weeks and could result in big changes for how these platforms operate.
9:35, the Kaiser Permanente strike gets larger as pharmacy and lab workers join the picket lines.
Let's go to Mario live in East Hollywood with the details. Hi there, Mario.
Hi, that's right. The ongoing nurses strike getting some additional support from thousands of additional contracted workers from Kaiser Permanente. We're talking about pharmacy and lab technicians, and there's a large group right now that are stationed here at the corner of Sunset and Edgemont. You can see them there. This is one of several locations where we'll see activity like this. And as for disruptive services that could impact patients, striking workers had this to say.
Well, we're fighting for you. We're fighting for patient care. I've been here for 23 years, and we've always done more with a lot less, and enough is enough. Patients' safety, patient health is being compromised.
It's definitely been scary, but I think we've been prepared for this moment, to protect our communities, to hold Kaiser accountable for safe staffing. They've sent, some messages out there to the communities that this is just about money, but it's not.
More than 3,000 pharmacy and lab workers with the United Food and Commercial Workers Union joining the walkout, adding to an ongoing strike by more than 30,000 nurses. Kaiser calls the strike unnecessary and disruptive, saying more than a third of striking workers have already returned to the job. Kaiser says its current offer includes about a 30% total pay increase over the life of the contract, the largest in its bargaining history. Now, the unions are accusing Kaiser of failing to bargain in good faith, saying the strikes are necessary to protect workers and patient care. Now, back out here live, we've seen groups marching up and down Sunset Boulevard and around the facility here in Hollywood. Kaiser says all hospitals and medical offices will remain open, but confirms pharmacies and labs could be closed at select locations. KP.org, that is where Kaiser Permanente is urging patients to go to check for the latest facility updates. For now, live in Hollywood, I'm Mario Ramirez. Back to you.
All right, Mario, thank you. It's loud there. So over the weekend, LA City Council member Nithya Raman officially filed paperwork to run for mayor. She entered the race just hours before the noon deadline, launching a late challenge to incumbent Mayor Karen Bass. Raman joins a long list of candidates, including Ray Wang, Spencer Pratt, and Adam Miller. I guess not that long of a list.
Yeah. Yeah.
Last week, billionaire developer Rick Caruso announced he will not be running for mayor. We're hearing reaction now on the topic residents want the next mayor to focus on.
For me, it's really about the unhoused.
I really feel like right now the homeless, it needs to be addressed.
I'm going to keep an open mind this time around, and I'm ready. Whoever's going to bring LA up again, that's who I'm going to vote for.
So yes, housing, homelessness, and public safety are all expected to dominate the campaign as we head toward the June 2nd election. If no candidate receives a majority of the vote, a runoff election will be held on November 3rd.
Some sad news that we bring you this morning. The end of a local brewery. Angel City Brewery was founded 30 years ago in Culver City, and after a couple of movies, it has been a fun gathering spot in LA's Arts District since 2010. The company, though, just announced it is closing its doors for good come April 30th. Angel City is owned by Boston Beer Company, best known for its Samuel Adams, Twisted Tea, and Angry Orchard brands. The Angel City closure follows the shutdown of Truly LA, the adjacent taproom also owned by Boston Beer.
Okay, 9:39. If your kid loves to shoot hoops, there's a great local academy they can join to develop their basketball skills.
Brooks in Glendale this morning with what the U Basketball Prep Academy can offer. Hi.
It was so slow. I was
Hey, wait. I'm having an argument here with Spencer because I said, I've got my back to the balls, and he's like, oh, don't worry, don't worry. I said I was paranoid. He's like, don't worry. If a ball comes towards you, I'll save you. Why did I just get hit with a ball? Why did I just get hit with a ball, sir? We're on live TV.
Oh, we're on live TV? I wasn't focused because my nephew, sorry.
I trusted you.
Yeah,
no, listen. Talk to me about what you guys do here. We've got the guard whisperer here, a 12-year NBA vet here. Not a good protect you from a ball person, but you know what?
We'll work with it.
We'll work on that later. Okay, no, but this is really important. We've been talking about this morning about how, like, the game is totally different now, and you have to start young, and you have to continue training at a really high level to stay in there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, outside of my parents, I probably owe the most of my career to him.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've been with him for 2 decades. Obviously, you know, when I was in school, when I was a kid, we didn't have academies like this with the online learning and things like that. I went to, you know, normal public school and whatnot. But it's a great resource. I used to train with him, 3 times a week, twice on the weekend, once or twice during the week if I could make it. And yeah, I mean, like I said, biggest part of my career outside of my parents is to him. And if I had this resource, I mean, maybe I'd have a 15-year career. I don't know.
I love that. How does it feel? I'm going to stand in the middle of you two here.
Yes.
How does that feel? You know, I saw you kind of light up a little bit, but you're tough, man. But how does it feel to hear somebody say, you know, besides my parents, it's him?
I mean, it's an amazing feeling because this is why we do it.
Yeah.
Obviously, the pinnacle is to make the NBA, but the biggest thing I'm most proud of all the guys that we with, and he's one of them, is the stuff that they do off the court, man. He comes here, he gives back to these kids every summer, every off season. He has a foundation. I mean, that's what's most important to me is, right, paying it forward. Yeah. I got into this space not to develop NBA guys, but to use the game of basketball to change lives, whether it's getting in school. Obviously, back then it was college. Now you're getting scholarships to go to high school, a lot of these private institutions. Now there's an NIL thing. So let's change lives. Let's use that basketball as a resource. And seeing guys like him, you know, he was a second-round pick to have a 12-year career. Now, the 12-year career, I mean, the second-round pick says he tore his ACL his junior year. So he didn't play the second half of the season, still had confidence in himself to go on and get drafted, but turn a second-round pick off an ACL into 12 years. And we're still hoping he gets back in the league. There's still a lot of game left in his tank, but it's awesome. And, you know, he comes back. He was in my wedding. Yeah. You know, so it's family. This turns into family. These kids become my family. Yep.
I love that. We could have been family, but you let the ball hit me. I'll send things back to you in the studio. I'm going to continue to give this guy a hard time.
He will never forget about that.
Like, what?
As long as this man lives.
He will never live it down.
That's right. He will never live it down. I love
get
it.
This girl out of the gym. Okay?
Thank you, Brooke. Okay, now to the Super Bowl. Seahawks are the champs this morning after beating the New England Patriots. The Seattle defense just dominated and carried the night, forcing 3 turnovers against Drake May and the New England offense. The Seahawks toppled the Patriots 29-13 for their 2nd Super Bowl title in franchise history. Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and San Clemente High School quarterback, gets his first Super Bowl ring.
Bad Bunny's halftime show entertained more than 135 million viewers, and as the Puerto Rican superstar made history singing completely in Spanish, his songs were a hit with a lot of people, but what he did towards the end of the performance is what has a lot of people talking.
He closed out the event saying, "God bless America," and went on to name every country in North, South, and Latin America.
God bless America. Sea Chile, Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, Bolivia, Perú, Ecuador, Brasil, Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, Panama, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador.
And as you see, Bad Bunny held a football that displayed the message, "Together we are America." Fans praised Bad Bunny for his message of inclusivity, listing off all the nations, as you heard, and territories that make up the Americas, not just the United States. Also featured in bold letters on that Jumbotron behind him, you may have seen the words, "The only thing more powerful than hate is love."
President Trump took to Truth Social last night and had this to say about Bad Bunny's performance. It reads in part, quote, "The Super Bowl halftime show is absolutely terrible, one of the worst ever." He also criticized Bad Bunny for singing in Spanish, writing, quote, "Nobody understands a word this guy is saying, and the dancing is disgusting, especially for young children." That's a quote. Meantime, Governor Newsom mimicked President Trump's style of writing on social media, as he has been for a while, and declared yesterday Bad Bunny Day in California. In a statement, Newsom praised the Puerto Rican superstar ahead of his Super Bowl halftime performance in Santa Clara. The governor called himself a huge fan and joked Bad Bunny is nearly as hot as he is. Speaking of hot, coming up, hold on to your shirts, people, because Bert Kreischer is back in our studio this morning.
That's right. The comedian has a new Netflix series out. We're talking all about it after the break.
And welcome back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Pavon. So let's talk about the change in our weather pattern. Not so much today, but definitely tomorrow. We're watching this area of low pressure in the Pacific is going to bring some snow up into the Sierra Nevada. We need that for the snowpack. And then some light to moderate rain tomorrow night into Wednesday. I think that's when the bulk of the showers will arrive. And then we'll get a little bit of a break by late Wednesday into Thursday, Friday, and even Valentine's Day if you have plans. But by Sunday, a colder storm system will move in, bringing more snow in the Sierra Nevada, more rain. This one's a little bit colder, so that could bring our snow level down farther, down to around 5,000 feet, which is great news for our local resort. So yeah, we've got some rain. This is actually just storm 2. There's another one behind that, so hopefully, yes, the pattern will change now, and we will get more rain as we head into March and maybe even April. If you're headed to the beach today, 4 to 7 feet. Ventura County beaches, 3 to 6 feet for LA County. Orange County, San Diego, a little smaller, 2 to 4, plus a little bit bigger in San Diego. Here's our 7-day forecast as we break it down. 72 along our coast, staying dry today. And then we've got the showers tomorrow night into Wednesday. Valentine's Day looks good, and then more rain next week, Sunday into Monday. Downtown LA still 80, which is above the average. And then we'll get down below normal as we get to Tuesday, Wednesday. So there, you're going to need the jackets and the umbrella. 81 for the valleys and the Inland Empire, so still pretty nice today. Today, turn off the sprinklers. Make sure your windshield wipers are working okay. 60 up into Big Bear to that 45 on Wednesday with a little bit of snow. The high desert area, 68 degrees with some mostly sunny skies today. And out towards the Palm Springs area, still in the mid-80s later this afternoon. All right, I'll send it back to you guys.
We're having so much fun already.
This was the conversation that was going to get us canceled.
Right.
True. He
Wouldn't you
built
like
his
to know?
career doing whatever he wants, saying whatever he wants, wearing whatever he wants or doesn't want. But in his new Netflix series, Bert Kreischer is cleaning up his act to fit in with snobby private school parents.
This is the change I needed, and it's long overdue. This is who I am now.
I love you.
Yes. Please welcome the star of Free Bert, Bert Kreischer. Welcome back.
So good to be here.
We love you.
I love you.
We love you.
I watched the football game with those parents last night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How did that go?
The halftime show was incredible. It was incredible with like the liberal parents that don't really know why they're liberal, but they're so liberal. They're like, this is incredible. They are obsessed with sugar. You know that, right? And I was like, what?
Wow.
That's the kid that ICE kidnapped. They brought him back to this country. He was used as bait. And I'm like, what? And then I went this morning, I read the glossary, and I was like, my liberal friends are wildly misinformed.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, we can all learn something from yesterday. And then even when people translated some of the stuff in the beginning, you know, it made it more sense when he says, you know, my name is Benito, you know, don't give up on yourself. I didn't. Oh, that's what he was saying when he was looking into the camera.
It was like, listen, I've never listened to a Bad Bunny song. But that doesn't mean that can't grow on me. Listen, when I was a freshman, when I was a freshman and I went to Florida State, my roommate was like, what kind of music do you like? And I was like, everything. And he's like, cool. And he put on Fishbone, and I did not get Fishbone, okay? I sat with Fishbone for like half an hour with him.
I don't even know what Fishbone is.
It's exactly.
I know what fish is.
And then 2 years later, I'm at a party, and I hear Fishbone, and I go, oh, I love this, right? So just give yourself a chance.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Yeah, absolutely. If John Hamm gets behind and he's Juan Hamon, we're going to have to...
Hang on. Let's stop with the celebrities and commercials. If you do a Super Bowl commercial as a celebrity, you can't make a movie for 3 years. That's the rule. Save that money for the people who need it. The actors in Hollywood. So annoying. John Hamm on the back with the kid from SNL and someone they're on a jet ski. John Hamm is a legit actor. John, I hope you're watching right now.
He's everywhere. Well, I was going to say his name is Juan Hamon because he went to the Bad Bunny concert, so we need to give you a Latin name.
Alberto. Yeah, Tampa Highlight. Yeah, I grew up. Listen, I played baseball in Florida. I know how to speak Spanish. Buenos ojos.
Good eye?
Good eye.
Good job, Jen. She's practicando español.
Oh, Mineta. I said Mineta, that's Russian.
Oh, yeah.
Claro, ¿dónde está mi pluma?
Listen, I tried to learn Spanish on Dua Lipa, but it didn't work.
Dua Lipa's the actress.
Duolingo.
Yeah, Duolingo. I love it.
Wait, I would love to learn Spanish on Dua Lipa.
It didn't work. Hey, this is good material for maybe season 2 for Free Bert.
You did not smile at all. You looked me in the eyes. I tried to learn it on Dua Lipa.
But he thought he was helping you out going, no, that's the actress. Actually the singer. Right. No. Also the actress, yeah.
Yeah, no.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah, that's my whole, this is my whole series.
So yeah, at the You have a new show. Anyway, back to the Super Bowl. No, I laughed so hard. I love a fish out of water comedy.
Yeah.
But I love when people just are authentically themselves. And I love that you have built this brand that is just authentic to you.
Well, thank you. It's a long time coming. When I took the show to Netflix, I said, I don't want to change anything. I want to keep me.
Except your family.
I want to keep my family's names. I want to keep my girls' names, my wife's name. I want to live in LA. I want to go to the school we go to. And I said, the one pitch is...
And dress the way I want.
I wish I had dressed differently, because I dressed the way I dress in the show, and I was like, that's pretty aggressive. I didn't realize I was walking around life like that. And so, but the one pitch I said is I want it to be like Slow Horses meets Black Doves. And they're like,
bingeable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At the end of that first episode, when I say the most aggressive statement you could ever say at a school in America, I go, I want you as a viewer to go, oh, I got to find how this guy gets out of this.
Yes.
And then binge it. And we've had, we've been in the top 10 for, like 20 some odd days. So.
I love it. The girl who plays your youngest daughter, my gosh, there's something about little kids and curse words.
Oh my gosh.
That is just chef's kiss.
Watch.
She was, there's a moment in one of the things where I go, I'll get Isla to do your job. And she comes in and goes, what's up? Is this moment right here? And I go, Isla, I need a job that's very nuanced. And this kid on an improv goes, I F with nuance.
Oh,
but said it the right way, and I went,
wow.
And then she just is. I mean, she made jokes we had to take out because we're like, how would an 11-year-old know about Jeffrey Epstein? Like,
whoa. That's impressive and disturbing all at the same time.
Agreed.
Both our girls, Ava and Lilu, were so talented. Ava carries the whole series on her back. It's her arc, but that Lilu's like a sniper. I mean, she was so funny. At the end of at the beginning of the second episode, when she comes up and gives me that speech about when you fight a bull, you don't run away from it, do you? And I go, yeah, you do. And she goes, you go right at it. Right. And then she goes, don't let these MFers change you. Don't let anyone. And then kisses me on the forehead. That's not me acting. That's me going, what? This child is wild.
That's good.
Yeah,
she's incredible.
But the message is great. And I want to ask you, because, when you got that taste of success and more fame, what was the biggest adjustment you had to do in your real life family?
I gotta be honest, because I was living on social media at the time, and I was embarrassed about my money. Like, I was embarrassed about the changes that were happening to me. You don't want to change, but things around you were changing.
Yeah. Like, you were embarrassed by how much money you were.
I was embarrassed by. We bought a new house, and I was big on Instagram Live, right? And the first day we moved into that house, I went to do Instagram Live. I go, my backyard looks like aggressive. And then I was like, but I was so used to living in an 1,100 square foot house on a 75 square foot lot that everything was in the background, everything was in there. And then all of a sudden I was like, you just gotta welcome it and welcome all the changes with you, and then hope your fans ride along with you and hope they allow you to change and you change. And it's like,
But I respect that.
And it's earned and deserved.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, and then my kids grew up as poor kids, and then they got money, and they were like, we're not rich kids. And I was like, I had to break your heart. And then one day they went to a Bruno Mars concert and sat in the front row, and they're like, okay, we're cool with it.
But you know what? It's good to keep that mentality, right? It's good to keep that humble mentality.
Oh, my daughter Georgia is paying her way through college. I mean, I pay for tuition. She's paying for her rent, her everything.
Yeah.
She's working a job in a Mexican restaurant.
Nice. I love that.
The other one's not.
Oh, well.
The other one's like, yo, how much is the rent on this? What if we just buy the house? And I'm like, Isla.
The other one's getting smoothies that are $25.
Oh, she gets bobas, $12 bobas every day. The other one.
I wondered whose kids those were. That's your kid out there.
That's Isla Kreischer. She knows the delivery guy. She called Grubhub at like 2 in the morning. There's a dude walking into our yard at 2 in the morning. I come out with a gun, like, down on the ground. He's like, I got a boba for Isla. And I was like, Isla? Yeah.
I got a boba.
No, the show's funny and it has a lot of heart, which I think is like a great combo.
Thank you. I got to give credit to the writers, Andy and Jared, and Tony and Lily and my wife, everyone that produced it, but the 2 writers really kind of dialed it in, and they directed it, and there's so many talented actors in it. I mean, really, honestly, everyone is a banger, and so I got lucky. I got very lucky. Hopefully you enjoy it if you watch it, and then you watch it multiple times. I hope we'll do a season 2, but if not, I'm very proud of the thing we made.
I could see a season 2. I could see it.
I hope for it.
Yeah.
I got fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I mean, I also got fingers crossed that there's a director that goes, Bert, let's get you in movies, and then I never do this crap again. I mean,
that's right.
It was trending, though, so that is always a good thing.
It's been trending for like 22 days, so I'm very proud of that. I mean, And like that's when you do a special, you hope to trend for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And we're on our 3rd week right now, so.
Aw, very good. Very good.
That's right. Bad Bunny, Bad Bert, trending at the same time.
Hey, listen.
Free Bert,
Bad
now
Birdie.
playing on Netflix. Check it out. Thank you for coming.
Thank you guys for having me, and the shirt stayed on.
I know,
But
we
I'm
did.
jacked
Look,
now.
we were ready for you, though.
Oh,
we
for
were
real? Manjaro, everybody!
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to 10 a.m. on this Monday morning, and here are some of the stories we're covering for you this morning. The ransom deadline is approaching in the kidnap case of Nancy Guthrie. The Today Show host and her family are out with a new video saying, "We will pay."
And the ongoing Kaiser Permanente nurses strike continues. It intensifies today with thousands of pharmacy and lab techs joining in on the picket lines. We're live with how it could impact services coming up.
And it's starting to warm up outside. We do have sunshine. I think today will be the last day for a bit in terms of some warm temperatures. We've got some high mid-level clouds and then changes as we get into tomorrow. In fact, taking a look at what we're expecting here, we've got the showers moving in, and I'll talk more about it when I come back. Back to you.
And we have an update on what happened to that Ford worker who heckled the president during a plant visit last month, earning a rude gesture from President Trump. First, though, we have developing news this morning. The whereabouts of Nancy Guthrie, the mother of today's co-host, Savannah Guthrie, still remains unknown.
Over a week has gone by. Investigators still do not have a lead on a suspect. Fox's Caroline Elliott joining us live from Tucson with the very latest. Caroline.
Hi, Bob. Hi, Aroxia. Yeah, you said it. As at this point, again, still 9 days out, but investigators still do not have a suspect or a person of interest in this case. But we also know that the family's top priority right now is that ransom deadline that's later today.
On the property at night.
Note has given Nancy Guthrie's family until 5 p.m. today to hand over millions of dollars in Bitcoin, warning the family of a more serious consequence if the money is not paid.
That doesn't mean the end of the story. I think it will be the next chapter.
In a video released Saturday, her children told the possible kidnappers they're willing to pay.
Any transaction, any interaction with them is going to help tracking them down because someone has to appear somewhere to receive that money, either computerized or a physical pickup.
Over the weekend, Fox News Digital learned that 2 officers visited a gas station near Nancy Guthrie's home and asked to review surveillance video related to an unidentified male. Investigators also searched what appeared to be a manhole behind Nancy's home, and on Saturday night went back for a second time to her daughter Annie's home.
We'd be in a much more dire situation if we were hearing that they weren't doing anything and it was just a wait and see situation.
The FBI is also digging into mountains of data from not only Nancy Guthrie's home, but her neighbors as well. Experts say even if a door camera didn't capture a clear image, investigators can still grab what's known as unseen data. For example, clocking an unusual movement.
Doesn't mean that technology has not logged the ability to see it, but didn't think it was big enough to ping that app we may use.
And on Friday night, President Trump said the investigation is going well, and he believes we should have some answers soon. So it's very possible that there's more information that isn't being made public. Bob, Aroxia.
Yeah. It's just, you just think about what that family is going through, just hour by hour, just gut-wrenching, truly. Terrible.
All right, Caroline, thank you so much.
Yeah, it's very hard to even imagine what this family is going through.
Yeah. All right, I think everyone's waiting towards that 5 o'clock deadline. We'll see what happens there. Thank you very much for that. The Kaiser Permanente strike gets bigger as pharmacy and lab workers join the walkout, protesting what labor unions call unfair labor practices.
All right, let's go out to Mario. He's live in East Hollywood with the latest. It's been very loud and busy behind you this morning. Hi, Mario.
Yeah, it has not stopped. Aroxia, Bob, I just got an update from union leaders. They've now got over 300 striking workers out here outside the Kaiser Permanente facility in Hollywood. This is one of several where we'll see this activity, and what you're looking at is the first of several solidarity rallies planned this week, others in Panorama City and Downey. This is all part of a larger nurses strike that began January 26th, now entering its 3rd week, and now with thousands more pharmacy and lab workers supporting. Take a listen.
What? It's about making sure that our patients are getting a better deal. That means increasing our staffing. That's one thing that Kaiser doesn't want to bargain on. Increasing, the ratios that we have. And we want to make sure that they're also not committing the ULPs that they've been committing.
Kaiser is supposed to adequately staff, so I can't really comment on that, but what I've heard is they're really short-staffed, and that's on Kaiser to on safety issues. And I have heard of things that are kind of going on that may not be safe.
Starting today, pharmacy and lab employees represented by the United Food and Commercial Workers Union, they are joining more than 31,000 healthcare professionals already on strike across Southern California. Now, striking workers say they know patients are frustrated, and they say that this walkout is about improving care and safety in the long run. Kaiser says employees from other regions have stepped in to keep operations running. It says all hospitals, ERs, and medical offices remain open, although some pharmacies and labs may be closed. And they also claim that the union is intimidating workers. In a statement released to Fox 11 saying, in part, we are hearing from employees who are afraid to return to work as they are being threatened by their union with fines for coming back in to care for patients. Employees who want to return to care for patients should not face any level of intimidation from their unions, end quote. Now, I checked with union leaders. They say those claims are not true, but for now, the picketing and this rally here continues today with pharmacy and lab workers joining the strike. We'll leave you with this shot for now. Let's send it back to you in the studio, Bob and Alexia.
All right, Mario, thank you for being there. Appreciate that. Developing news now out of East LA. The search for a triple shooting suspect.
One of the victims did not survive. Gigi Graciette joining us live with the latest. Gigi.
And we are learning more about the man who died in a hospital after reportedly being shot by his own neighbor. That man, it was actually his birthday, and he was having a birthday party yesterday. So he was born and died on the same day, and now police are looking for his neighbor. Good morning, everyone. We're in East Los Angeles here on San Carlos. This is just off of Cesar Chavez. You can see deputies with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department are still here, along with crime scene analysts and homicide detectives canvassing the neighborhood for clues. Although they tell me they know who the shooter is, they just have to find him. Take a look. It all happened yesterday on Super Bowl Sunday. A party was going on in the backyard when the neighbors got into some type of dispute. The Sheriff's Department telling me that the neighbors have had some kind of ongoing problem for a while now, but up to yesterday it had only been a verbal dispute. Well, yesterday they say the neighbor went back home, got his gun, and opened fire, shooting into the backyard of another home where that birthday party was happening. He hit three men taken to the hospital. The victim, whose birthday it was and who the party was for, he sadly died. He's in his mid-40s. His father, who's in his late 60s, was also hit, but has since been treated and released. And we're told a guest, another man, was also shot. He also has been treated and released. Now, by the time police arrived here, the neighbor took off, but again, they know who he is and they're actively searching for him. Reporting live this morning, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
All right, Gigi, thank you. Jeffrey Epstein's former girlfriend appeared before a House committee this morning, but declined to answer their questions, citing her Fifth Amendment rights against self-incrimination. Ghislaine Maxwell was to testify via video call from the federal prison in Texas, where she is serving a 20-year sentence for sex trafficking. Maxwell has come under new scrutiny as lawmakers investigate how Epstein was able to sexually abuse underage girls for years and who may have facilitated that abuse. Maxwell is seeking to have her conviction overturned, arguing she was wrongfully convicted.
A Hong Kong billionaire, an outspoken critic of the Chinese government, sentenced to 20 years in prison. Jimmy Lai, founder of the defunct pro-democracy newspaper Apple Daily, sentenced today after being found guilty on 2 national security charges as well as a sedition charge. Lai has been outspoken against China's tightening restriction on Hong Kong's freedoms in recent years. The Chinese government says that his case has nothing to do with free speech and that his media outlet attempted to destabilize the government with its reporting. The judge there saying the 78-year-old will not be eligible for parole until his late 90s, but he can appeal the decision. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio called the sentencing unjust and tragic and urged the Chinese government to grant him humanitarian parole.
It's looking more and more like we're headed for another partial government shutdown. Talks have stalled over a funding deal for the Department of Homeland Security. Democrats are facing intense pressure from their base to rein in President Trump's deportation crackdown. They're insisting GOP lawmakers get rid of some far-reaching immigration reforms in the funding bill. So far, Republicans have shown zero interest in those demands. Meantime, a February 13th deadline is looming, and of course, we will keep you posted.
All right, let's talk about that weather out there. It was really nice, but I did feel a bit of that cool down.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, a little bit of that sea breeze late yesterday. Yeah, we're going to go from offshore to onshore if you haven't already felt that change, especially at the coast. High pressure is weakening, and now we're watching this area of low pressure in the Pacific that's moving closer, and this is what's going to start the change for us today, tomorrow, with the cloud increasing and that chance for some rain. I know it's been a while since we've seen measurable rain here in downtown LA. Really was January 4th was the last time. This low will move closer to us tomorrow. I would say late tomorrow into Wednesday, we'll see the bulk of the light to moderate rainfall across SoCal. We'll get snow up into Sierra Nevada, lots of rain into Northern California. That low is going to be out of here, I would say late Wednesday, and then a little bit of a break Thursday, Friday. Friday and Saturday for Valentine's Day. And then another system, a colder one, dropping in from the Gulf of Alaska will bring us more rain chances and lowering snow levels by Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of next week. So this is the beginning of some changes that's going to stick around for a while. 67 in Santa Ana right now, 66 in Corona, 71 in Huntington Beach, up towards Big Bear, it's 50 degrees, and it's 70 currently in Palm Springs. Highs will range anywhere from 84 in Palm Springs, 68 in the high desert to that 60 up into the mountains in Big Bear, out towards downtown 80. That's still above the average, but at least a little lower than yesterday's 86. 81 for the valleys and the Inland Empire to 72 at the coast. I'll talk more about how much rain and snow coming up in just a few moments. Back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. The New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks battled on the field of Levi Stadium during their Super Bowl rematch.
This time, the Seahawks kept the lead and didn't look back. In the end, a victory for SoCal native and USC star Sam Darnold. Let's go to Ashley Dvorkin joining us with a recap of all of it. Hi. How much sleep did you get? How tired are you this morning?
Maybe a little, but we also have a lot of excitement and plenty of caffeine, right? Yeah. But it's been a really fun Super Bowl journey the whole time with both of you. We were talking preview parties, and now here we are, the Seahawks soaring to victory over the Patriots, and the celebrations are not slowing down. Check it out.
Take it back to Seattle, your Super Bowl champs.
With a score of 29-13, the Seattle Seahawks claim their second Super Bowl title in franchise history, beating the New England Patriots Sunday night after losing to them 11 years ago at Super Bowl 49.
As long as you believe in yourself, anything's possible.
Taking turns holding the Lombardi Trophy, quarterback Sam Darnold and head coach Mike McDonald praised players for their teamwork.
We never wavered, man. We believed in each other. We loved each other. And now we're world champions.
This as Kenneth Walker III was awarded Super Bowl MVP.
A lot of people that play their whole career and never make it this far.
And while Patriots fans are hoping for a better ending next year, Seahawks fans nationwide were out rejoicing into the night. The Apple Music halftime show starring Bad Bunny also helped to get people on their feet. During a medley of his songs, Bad Bunny brought out special guests, including Lady Gaga and Ricky Martin. He closed the show by listing several Latin American countries before spiking a football, which read, "Together we are America." And it was so fun to watch that show in there in Levi's Stadium and to be with the crowd as we figured out who the guest stars were. We found out finally as we were guessing all week long. And next for the Seahawks, they head back to Seattle for their victory parade set for Wednesday. Araxia, Bob.
And you know that the Super Bowl's here in L.A. Next year, right, on Valentine's Day, by the way. Are there any, were there any other anecdotes that we didn't see on TV that you were surprised, or like, what was it, anything that you saw that you're like, wow, or that surprised you?
Well, I keep talking about that, the halftime show setup and how quick it is, how much they have to set up and how quickly they have to take it off the field when they're done.
Right.
And also, you know, when we see Lady Gaga and after she does her part in the whole performance and Bad Bunny takes over for the rest, I saw her, you know, escorted off and I was like, okay, so she's not doing any more. So it was, those behind the scenes were great. And then also I love when they cut to the different celebrities and then you're in the stadium hearing people react to the different celebrities that they catch on the camera.
Yeah.
And then later I got to see John Hamm. I don't know if you were watching, but he was just everywhere this week. And then seeing him dancing to Bad Bunny was kind of the best way to, for a full circle moment there for him. Yeah.
Yeah, that was exciting.
So I think those were the most behind the scenes. Yeah.
The production was pretty incredible. That is for sure.
Yeah.
All of that.
Took a lot.
Thank you so much, Ashley. Great to see you.
Great to see you. Safe travels
See you back in LA.
Yep.
You too.
There was one more Super Bowl concert. Some conservatives did not like the NFL's choice of Bad Bunny because he's been a critic